1300 hours, Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Hassan Gilani. First, the headlines. Meeting of Federal Cabinet with Prime Minister in the chair underway in Islamabad is discussing matters of national interest. Prime Minister has called for reforms in the power sector on priority basis. The UN Secretary General has called for Moscow and Kyiv to work together to set up aid and evacuation corridors in war-torn Ukraine. 9 people, including 5 Syrian soldiers, have been killed during Israeli airstrikes near Damascus. And now the news in detail. A meeting of Federal Cabinet chaired by Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif is in progress in Islamabad. It is discussing important matters of national interest. Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif has called for reforms in the power sector on priority basis. Talking to Minister for Power Khurram Dastagir Khan in Islamabad today, he also directed to take steps for immediate operationalization of the remaining closed powerhouses. On the occasion, the Prime Minister was informed about the steps taken so far for ending power outages in the country from the 1st of next month. Federal Minister for Poverty Alleviation Shazia Atamari called on Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif in Islamabad today and gave a detailed briefing to him about her ministry. The minister apprised the Prime Minister of the proposed procedure of appeal for 820,000 people who were excluded from Benazir Income Support Program by the previous government without any investigation. Welcoming the procedure of appeal, the Prime Minister directed that inclusion of the deserving people disqualified from the income support program without any reason must be ensured. Minister for Information and Broadcasting Mariam Aurangzeb says a process has been started to bring down the inflation, which had reached an all-time high in the last 4 years. In a statement today, she presented 2-week performance of the present government, saying what Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif has done in this short span of time, former Prime Minister Imran Khan could not even think so in 4 years. Chief Justice Lahore High Court Muhammad Amir Bhatti has directed the Punjab Governor to administer oath himself to the newly elected Chief Minister of Punjab, Hamza Shehbaz Sharif, or nominate someone till tomorrow and also dispose of the writ petition filed by Hamza Shehbaz Sharif in this regard. The court regretted that country's biggest province has been functioning without a Chief Executive for the last 25 days. Chief Executive Lahore High Court directed the concerned officials to immediately fax the court's order to the President and the Governor of Punjab. Governor Punjab Umar Sarfaraz Cheema has summoned the session of the Punjab Assembly at the Assembly Building in Lahore tomorrow at 11 a.m. A notification to this effect has been issued by the Assembly Secretariat. United Nations says Russia has agreed in principle to UN and International Committee for Red Cross involvement in the evacuation of the civilians from a besieged steel plant in Ukraine's southern city of Mariupol. In a statement, the UN spokesman Stephanie Dujarric said that the decision was made between meeting of the UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres and Russian President Vladimir Putin in Moscow. The UN Secretary General called for Moscow and Kyiv to work together to set up aid and evacuation corridors in the war-torn Ukraine. Israeli airstrikes have killed 9 people, including 5 Syrian soldiers near Damascus. The Syrian Observatory for Human Rights said an ammunition depot and several positions linked to Iran's military presence in Syria were among the targets. In Myanmar, military-ruled court has convicted the country's former leader Aung San Suu Kyi of corruption and sentenced her to 5 years in prison. According to media reports, Aung San Suu Kyi, who was ousted by an army takeover last year, had denied the allegation that she had accepted gold and hundreds of thousands of dollars given to her as bribe by a top political colleague. The Asian Hockey Federation has released schedule for the upcoming Men's Hockey Asia Cup, which will be played in Indonesia. According to a press release issued by the Asian Hockey Federation, 8 teams will feature in 24 matches of the tournament, which will begin on 23rd of next month. Pakistan, which has been placed in Group A along with India, Japan and Indonesia, will play their opening match against arch-rival India on May 23rd. Malaysia, Korea, Oman and Bangladesh have been placed in Group B. Final of the tournament will be played on the 1st of June. And this is the end of the news. For more news and analysis, log on to our website radio.gov.pk and also watch live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan.